There's a Buddhist quote that says, "If anything is worth doing, do it with all of your heart." When we arrived in Chiang Mai, Thailand, we planned to do just that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wandering Wagger's Adventure Family Travel. Before we arrived in Chiang Mai, this region of northern Thailand was described to us as a land of misty mountains, ancient temples, and colorful hill tribes. A playground for travelers and adventurers. And we couldn't wait to find out more. We arrived in Chiang Mai fresh from a relaxing stay at a floating river lodge in Kanchanaburi, where we had spent 3 days learning about the region's World War II tragedies, exploring never-ending caves, and walking through waterfalls. Before we dive in, I'd love it if you could hit those like and subscribe buttons. It's a small thing that really helps us to keep bringing you adventure family travel tips. You could also find out more about the incredible places that we visited, along with travel tips, gear guides, and hotel reviews on our website, wanderingwaggars.com. Chiang Mai, which is packed with some of Thailand's most incredible temples and surrounded by towering mountains, was a definite change of scenery from where we had been in Thailand so far. You don't have to travel far to experience the beauty of the city. Most visitors to Chiang Mai stay within the city's historic walls, with a 700-year-old That Pai Gate and Chiang Mai's most beautiful moat once protected this former capital of the Lanna Kingdom. Chiang Mai is packed with over 300 temples inside and near the city. We wouldn't have time to see them all, but there were a few that we knew that we didn't want to miss. We spent our first day in Chiang Mai getting acquainted with the city. The historic city is compact and walkable. The temples are massive, but they're also somehow quite close together. Wat Phat was one of our favorite stops. This temple dates back to the 14th century and was a throne hall for King Mahatara Prateth. Its traditional Lanna-style design is entirely made of teak wood. Wat Phat is a sprawling complex that holds multiple temples within. It offered us a nice introduction to the history and beauty of Chiang Mai. We were drawn into the beautiful temples, quiet prayer rooms, and ornate designs of the temple. And before we knew it, hours had passed. Luckily, the nearby shops and cafes gave us a chance to fuel up before we hit the hotel for an early bedtime. The next morning, we woke up early and joined tours by local guide Apple for what would be one of the most memorable days of our travels through Thailand. Part of what drew us to Chiang Mai was our eldest son Cohen's research into the Karen Hill tribes. He found their stories fascinating and wanted a chance to learn a bit more about their cultures. These 6 unique cultural communities from Myanmar, or Burma, were chased from their country during an ethnic genocide that began in 1949. The ethnic communities sought asylum in Thailand, and many settled into remote villages throughout the north. The term Karen really refers to outsider in the Thai language. Many of these fascinating and resilient communities have supported themselves in their new home through tourism initiatives. While many of the communities live separately, such as the Mons village that we had visited during our time in Kanchanaburi, this visit was to a village where all 6 ethnic communities lived together. We learned about their traditional culture, lifestyle, and family life. Cohen even had a chance to play music with one of the village elders who had crafted her own guitar from local trees. Much like elephant experiences in Thailand, it's important to approach visits with these hill tribes with ethically focused guides that ensure money is left in the communities and that communities, especially their children, are not being exploited. We left feeling a little unsure about which side of the fence this particular experience fell on. I touch upon this a little bit more in an article on our website. Nature is abundant in the mountains surrounding Chiang Mai. There are hiking trails, cycling routes, and jungle treks everywhere. Of all of the outdoor experiences, our absolute favorite was our visit to Bua Tong Sticky Waterfall in Sri Lanka National Forest. Situated about an hour and a half from Chiang Mai's old city, Sri Lanka National Forest is an absolute paradise. The park has incredible picnic grounds, hiking trails, and epic viewpoints to explore. The park's most popular attraction is known locally as Sticky Waterfall. Bua Tong Waterfall is spring-fed from a crystal-clear pool that is considered sacred to the local people. The spring water is rich with calcium, leaving a grippy calcite layer on the rocks as it pours over them. At first glance, the waterfall appears to just be a small 20-foot fall, but as we descended further, we discovered more and more incredible twists and turns and some of the most beautiful hidden treasures of our entire trip. It was about 4:30 in the morning when we woke on our 3rd day in Chiang Mai to meet a former Buddhist monk who is now a local tour guide. We were heading to a mountaintop temple, largely considered one of the most beautiful in all of Thailand. We had shaken ourselves out of bed so early for two reasons. The first was to catch the sunrise over Chiang Mai. The second was to pay alms to the Buddhist monks who live at Wat Phat Doi Suep Temple, also known as Doi Suep Temple. The temple is considered to be one of the most beautiful in all of Thailand, not just because of its stunning artwork and architecture, but also because Doi Suep Temple sits at 5,500 feet in the mountains overlooking the city. If you have time for just one major cultural experience in Chiang Mai, I highly recommend making a sunrise visit to the temple and taking the time to pay alms to monks. Buddhist monks live entirely off of food donated to them through alms. In the morning, visitors and locals visit the temple with bags of food. After morning prayers, the monks line up to receive their alms. These food donations are then combined into one pot and served. Younger monks who may not have received any alms head into the nearby neighborhoods and ask vendors and locals for food. Just a short drive down the mountain from Doi Suep Temple is one of the most beautiful and peaceful places that I've ever visited. Wat Phat is an under-the-radar temple that has just recently reopened to visitors. If you get a guided tour of Doi Suep Temple, you'll likely learn the story of the monastery and how a white elephant led monks through the mountains before passing away from exhaustion. A temple was made in honor of the elephant sacrifice, and the place where that elephant passed is Wat Phat. Hidden in the jungle and bisected by a flowing stream that leads to a towering waterfall, this 700-year-old temple is dotted with old stone buildings, intricate carvings, long stairways flanked with dragon sculptures, and a quiet teakwood prayer room. After 2 days of temple hopping in Chiang Mai, it was time for something different. We arranged for something special that has become a staple in many new countries that we visit: a cooking class. Our class started off with a stroll to the local market, where we picked fresh ingredients for the 6 unique Thai dishes that we were about to make. It was so much food that we had trouble finishing it all when we were done, but it was so delicious. Now, I haven't talked much about our accommodations in Chiang Mai. That's because the Chiang Mai hotel that we really wanted to experience had no availability. Until our last night in the city. The inside house was a world away from some of the minimalist outdoor accommodations we had enjoyed over the past few days. The hotel is known for its acclaimed restaurant, which served up unique twists on local cuisine. But what draws so many people to this hotel are the beautiful rooms, many of which have their own private pools. We have a whole review video on the inside house, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you've ever considered staying there. Thailand was a magical destination for family travel. It was Chiang Mai where we truly felt like we had arrived in the country. From magnificent outdoors, magical temples, and epic street food, Chiang Mai is truly one of the best destinations in the country. After our travels in Chiang Mai, we made our way south towards Phuket. But before we reached the sunny shores, there was one more place that we needed to explore. The country's most important ethical elephant sanctuary, Elephant Hills in Khao Sok National Park. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps us to keep delivering you great family travel content. We'll see you next time on Wandering Wagars Adventure Family Travel.